Wow, it's dark in here. I, that screen should be shining right at my face. Not that I've got a face for TV. Anyway, look, it's been a long, long time since I've done one of these videos. I think I did one just at the start of the new year. I've now gone over a month, over a year without drinking alcohol, which is a good thing. Good thing. On the bad side, I fell down the stairs while completely sober and broke my hand. Yeah, I didn't realise you could break your hand, but apparently you can. I broke the the smallest bone in my hand possible, and it's led to having two screws inserted into my finger and my little finger even, and yeah, I've got the biggest plaster cast for the smallest digit ever. Anyway, I just want to come online with an update as to how things are going, and things are going remarkably well. All things considered, with the lockdown and everything. I think the lockdown is. So I'm looking at here. I should be looking over there. The lockdown has kind of impacted on my Is this working? It's impacted on my mental health a great deal, and yeah, I'm kind of struggling to deal with it. Yeah, I'm not convinced I've actually got audio. This is a problem with these kind of things. I don't think I've got audio. Let me check. You see, the gear that I've got working isn't. This is why professionals have somebody to do all this crap for them, just so as people like me are not fumbling in the dark. Right, I should really try shouting really loud. Yeah, that seems to work. I don't know. It's probably not very loud your end. I don't know. I've got this new microphone. This works perfectly on the radio. Well, when I use it for the radio, but this is the first time I've ever tried to use it in this kind of setup. So yeah, let's hope it's working and recording, and we'll see how we go. Is this any louder? I don't think so. Yeah. So things have been a bit kind of up and down, mostly up, but I have my moments where things seem to be really shit, and I kind of don't know how to deal with that sometimes. Sometimes I have to go off to my own personal space and just sort of just sort of be by myself. And it used to be that I could jump in the car and go for a ride, and I could just drive around for about an hour, come back home, and I'd kind of be, I would have got it out of my system. But with this, I can't do any of that. I've got this on for another week or so, I think. This operation was, I don't know when it was actually. It's about a week ago, I think now. And yeah, I'm kind of left sweltering because it is quite hot and itching and smelling. It's not a good environment to be in. But I just thought I'd kind of give people some kind of heads up as to what's been happening with me mentally, and how I'm feeling about the future and everything. I'm not kind of, and I mean this. I'm not desperately seeking alcohol. That's certainly not what's motivating me moving forwards. I am missing going to the pub. I have been to the pub before this last lockdown, and just drank coffee and Coke, Pepsi, whatever. So I know that I can go into a pub and not be tempted, and I love. There's a couple of brands of alcohol-free lager which I like drinking. It is a bit more expensive than normal lager, but there you go. You kind of pay a premium for being kind of a kind of a adopting an early approach. Like I suppose them vaping things were like really expensive to start with. They're probably a lot cheaper now for people that smoke or used to smoke. Um, so yeah, my life has kind of changed a lot, and I'm doing my best to kind of keep it all together. And I don't mean that in kind of a bad way. I don't mean things are going bad and all that kind of stuff. I mean just keep it together in so much as in the current situation with this, my friend, so my parasitic twin, I can't do some of the things that I enjoy doing, like driving a car. I can't work because it's impossible for me to type with these, because this just really does get in the way. I had about a week before the operation, and they just kind of put it in like a bandage or something, and I could actually move like everything apart from the little finger, so it's like a claw, and I could kind of type. I could even play computer games and stuff like that. I could drive, although I suppose the legalities of whether I should have been driving, maybe somebody actually, if there's any law people out there, I wasn't driving at all. But yeah, so I can't do the things that I enjoy doing, and that's like it kind of brings me down. I've got like a pile of work that I'm looking forward to getting around to. Some of it's sitting on top of the printer back there, and I've been doing all the stuff work-wise, the prep work, just kind of getting things sorted for when I can actually type again. I've even looked into, because I've been working on this book with a friend, and it's the main core of it. The information is coming out of tape recorded interviews. So I've managed to get some software to transcribe that into a Word document. So when I can type, I can actually get around to picking out the bits that I want to, and in that respect, I will probably next on my list will be to transcribe this. Let me show you. Right, I've got 4 of these books. They're this size, and inside, sorry if it's banging the thing, it's written by hand, and that is my latest novel, and I've almost finished actually writing it. I've probably got the last 1/8 of the book to finish now, but I can't write and I can't type, so all I've got in my head is the words that I want to put on paper, and I can't. But obviously that stuff down there's got to be transcribed, and yeah, that's going to be like a problem for me to get all that done if I was typing. So I'm going to try and dictate that, and hopefully with my crappy voice, the software will pick it up, and that'll make it easier. That'll be an easy thing to do, and that is something I'll probably do right now while I've got this broken hand, and so I probably will. But yeah, so all of those things are bringing me down. Not being able to drive, not being able to work, not being able to just kind of have fun. This broken arm, a broken hand is kind of really restrictive into what I can and can't do, and I just gotta wait. I mean, hopefully when they take this plaster off, they'll put something on which is just going to protect like the kind of incision that they made in my finger, and that'll be all. Actually, the operation, they did it while I was awake, so that was a really bizarre sensation. And they kind of injected me around about up here, and what they did was they used ultrasound. They had like ultrasound, going in my armpit, and they found where the nerves were, the main nerves, and they kind of blocked them. And so, yeah, I could feel nothing from about that point down. What it meant was I could lift my arm up like that, but my lower arm just kind of was completely limp. It was a horrible sensation, especially like touching my fingers. I was touching, and it was like touching somebody else's hand. It was horrible, really horrible. It took probably about 7 hours for the sensation to come back, and then the pain hit me. And the pain that first night was really, really, really bad. Since then, it's not been so bad. And like today, it's just, if I tend to move my fourth finger, that finger, the ring finger on this hand, and it pulls on the little finger, that's when I feel a sharp pain. But it's only a little finger, isn't it, really? So hopefully by the end of next week, I should be a bit fitter, and I should be able to do all of the stuff that I enjoy doing. As for the alcohol, is no longer an issue for me. I stopped drinking. As for things like my mental health, that's it's just kind of fluctuating, but it's only fluctuating. It's like just little waves. So it's up, it's down, it's up, it's down, but it's never going right up, and it's never going right down. I'm pretty much, I say I'm trying to keep myself under control, and I'd say I pretty much am keeping myself under control. And I've not had a real bad incident of borderline personality like kicking in and sending me off on a rampage for a long time. I did have a little spat earlier. It's just one of the neighbours decided they couldn't get the car around the corner, and we were at fault because one of the cars was parked in their way. I did try pointing out to the guy. Well, I did say to him, "Do you want me to come down there and rather than move that car, I'll move your car because you clearly can't get it around that fucking great big corner." But he didn't take me up on the offer. And it kind of helped that I've got this broken hand, and also because my mental health is a lot better. I could see the potential dangers if I'd have gone down there. If I'd have gone down there with a broken hand, there's not really a lot I could have done, apart from shout and scream a bit more closely at the guy, and probably end up getting a punch in the face and not being able to do anything about it. So that my decision making for that particular incident was actually quite good, because I could see the dangers and I could avoid them. I had like one moment where I was just about to flip out, and my missus just kind of tapped me on the arm and calmed me down. So yeah, I think that's like a positive sign. On the negative, I'm kind of still suffering with depression, and that kind of does have a real severe impact on me. I kind of get moments where I bring myself in here into the office space, and I just kind of shut my eyes and I think sad things, and all of the sad things that have happened in my life. And I don't know, it's kind of dangerous, because there could come a point where I could crash, go really low. I mean, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I did try the the chemical restraint version of dealing with problems. Like I could feel a depression coming in, so I stopped taking my quetiapine, which is uh, like the mood stabilizer, the kind of antipsychotic, and in the hope that it would drag my mood up, but it kind of does. But the depression's still there. So um, and yeah, so the depression is still affecting me, and yeah, I'm kind of losing my mind a little bit. But it's that whole going stir crazy thing, which I'm sure loads of us are like feeling, being stuck indoors, seeing the same four walls, and I mean, if I could drive, I would have over the last 2 or 3 weeks, I'd have done a tour of the country again, like I did during the last bad lockdown. I just broke all of the laws, got in my car and drove to different seaside towns and uh, different cities. I look at the cathedrals, and I kind of did it all by myself, and it was a good way of kind of clearing my head. But I can't do that now, so I'm kind of stuck, and it's difficult to deal with. And I'm considering going back to see my counsellor once this lockdown shit is properly over. And hopefully I can kind of you know get my mental state on a more even keel. Like I say, it's just kind of the it, it's there are waves, and sometimes the dips are are bigger than I would like them to be, and the points where it's the wave is going up, that they're round about where I'm kind of comfortable with them, really, all things considered. I'm keeping myself out of trouble. Stopping drinking has definitely helped that, and I'm not missing drinking as such. I am missing seeing my mates. And when the lockdown's over, hopefully I'll be able to meet up with some of them, and it's going to be a different kind of relationship between me and them, because they'll be getting drunk and I won't. So it is going to be a kind of a, a big sort of change, one that you know I'm not going to get swayed into drinking alcohol, because once I get my mind on doing something, I suppose I'm really stubborn, but also I don't like change that much. So once I've decided to do something, I generally do it. I don't get tempted or anything like that. So yeah, that's a good thing. Hopefully, we just have to see how it goes. Right. So what am I doing with my time then? Well, I'm watching YouTube videos. I'm watching YouTube videos about people auditing police stations, which is where they go around looking at a police station and with video cameras, and the police come out and some of them try to goad the police into arresting them, wrongful arrest and all this kind of thing. But it just seems so much bad behaviour from police officers. I've completely lost all faith in the police. I think they're like jackbooted little thugs, and I suppose the problem is because it makes me angry watching these videos of these coppers. I tend to post the videos on my Twitter feed, and I kind of tag in the chief constable of the police force involved, and I tell him he needs to he needs to sort out his jackbooted thugs. And I don't know. I think that's That's kind of something which I enjoy doing. I've never watched so much TV as I've done over the last few weeks. And by TV, I mean Netflix and Amazon Prime and all that kind of stuff. And oh God, that's so boring just sitting there watching TV. I think because I get so bored with it. You know, I try and because I'm watching all blokey stuff like The Boys and Star Wars stuff, and I'll just get halfway through and I just kind of give up. I tried to watch Game of Thrones from the start, and I got towards the final two episodes of the first season, and that was about 2 months ago, and I haven't picked up the Blu-ray just since. I don't know. I'm finding it hard to focus on one thing because I generally flip between doing this, and then go back to the start. But I'm missing out a few steps. Like I'm missing out playing computer games. I'm missing out going for a drive, in the car. I'm missing out going sightseeing, doing photography, things like that. I'm missing out going to a pub, just sitting in a pub and having Diet Pepsi or Pepsi Max over Diet Coke. I don't really like Diet Coke at all. But you can't even do that now. It's I don't want to go to the pub when I've got to wear a mask, and I've got to wear a mask and then take my mask off once I've got to my table and I'm waiting for my drink to be delivered. I mean, this is just fucking nonsense. It really is. I'm very skeptical about the COVID figures anyway. I think anybody that knows me knows that. Anyway, look, I've been trying to get back to do the radio show on a Friday night. I do an eclectic music mix. I couldn't do it last Friday because I could barely move my hand, and doing it this coming Friday may be difficult because I've still only got the use of one hand, and it's just kind of you can kind of see because over here I have the computer for the software that plays the songs, and then this computer here in front of me. This is the one that sends a signal to the internet, and I can check out Facebook and everything while I'm doing the show. I would really like to do I'm just kind of going off on a tangent, but I would really like to have the video going while I'm playing music and everything. But I just haven't got around to sorting out the technology for that. And I don't know whether I'll be able to do a show this Friday. I just have to see how I'm feeling because it's going to be difficult. I might have to do a test run in the day, but God, I'm getting tired a lot as well. That's down to the meds. But also, I've been trying to do a show on a Sunday with my best mate Gary, and that's been quite difficult because obviously the hand has played a part in scuppering that, but also Gary's had issues where he couldn't come in and do the show, so we've not got around to doing it. And doing that show is kind of interesting because I can just say exactly what I like. I haven't got to pretend to be a different person or anything, so I can be as offensive as I want to be, and I am. I can kind of say that one of my dogs looks like a gollywog. I can say that without somebody coming along and getting offended by it. I don't know. The world's going mad, and I'm just kind of stuck in this one spot, watching the chaos all around us, chaos of the left wing and everything. I'm not going to get political anyway for this. Good things to take from this video. I'm going to end now because it is 25 past 12. Sorry. Good things to take from this video. I've still not drank alcohol since I gave up, which was sort of towards the end of May last year, and I've not craved it. I like the taste of lager, and I can drink lager without consuming alcohol, so that's good. My mood swings are going really well, in so much as they're not so extreme, and yeah, life is for the most part good. Just issues with being housebound and everything, but we've all got those, and we've all just got to push through them. So yeah, I thought I'd be an update, and I might start doing these videos a bit more frequently, like I promised, and kind of give people an update as to the treatment I'm looking for, and because I've not seen my psychiatrist in a long time. So hopefully I'll be able to get another appointment soon, see how things are going there, see my own counsellor, and kind of get back on the straight and narrow, and yeah, and also go touring the country. Right, so I'm going to sign off now. It's going to be very sticking to time. I said I wasn't going to be longer than half an hour, so I've kind of stuck within that boundary. So all that remains for me to say is that, thanks for watching. If you've been following my progress, you've probably thought that I kind of fell off the wagon, which I didn't do. I promise you that was never the case. Once I'm very stubborn. Once I get my mind set onto one thing, I generally follow it through, so that's good. And there's no way I'm going to fall off the wagon anyway. I just can't imagine it. I'm just embracing this new alcohol-free lifestyle, and yeah, my work's going well, or it was until I broke my hand, and my mental health is kind of okay. So yeah, I almost clicked the end button before I was wanting to end it. I don't mean end it, I mean end the video. So yeah, I've not been suicidal for a long time, so that's good. So yeah, I'm actually, all things considered, even with this crappy thing on my arm, things are more positive than they are negative. So yeah, if you've been watching, thank you. If you've not been watching, but there's no point in even saying thanks a bunch, because you won't ever see it. But yeah, I'll catch you next time, hopefully next week. And check in the feed down below on this page. I can't remember which page I'm on, the Go Sober Facebook page, and I'll let you know when the radio shows are back on. You can listen to that if you've got a strong constitution. In other words, if you don't get offended by stuff. Well, you won't really get offended by the music I play on a Friday night, trust me, but you might get offended by the politics on Sunday, but just have to see how that goes. So thanks for listening. See you next time.